I guess we can go on to the Cassidy and Dizaster first, because that's gonna lead into other things. But did you check out the battle?
Yeah, I didn't like the very first one that they were supposed to do, but whatever went wrong. Only watched like a couple minutes of it, but the rematch that they did, I watched it, and I think Cass got it. I think Cass won that.
I don't think there's any question. Cassidy definitely got it. How'd you feel about Cassidy's bars? You think they were up to date, or do you think he sounded a bit old, but a bit dated?
I mean, he had a couple of hot lines on there. They really, like, the highlight of the whole thing was when he imitated Dizaster. Like, that was the highlight. I mean, he had some alright bars. I mean, some of them were like some real basic trash punchlines. I ain't gonna lie, but it was solid. It was solid.
He said, "My wife yellow, like the bumblebee on the Cheerio box." I was like, what?
Yeah, that was like one of them Sugar Hill Gang punchlines. That drink wasn't nothing for.
Like Cassidy, I think Cassidy definitely got the first round because he imitated Dizaster in that round. I think Dizaster got the second round. I believe that was the round where Cassidy was talking about Dizaster and Arab and all that beef. Stuff we already know, but Cassidy just didn't have nothing hot in that round. In the third round, Dizaster pretty much quit and started freestyling. And it looked like Dizaster was just frustrated with the whole situation at the end. He was mad that, Cassidy was getting all that love, and they were in L.A. He's from L.A., and Cassidy was getting more love than him, and Cassidy had his whole crew finishing his lines with him like it was 2003. And like all that, Dizaster was just like, man, you whack, man. He's like, man, you whack for this. I don't want to do this no more. And basically, he gave up the third round. So I think Cassidy got it 2-1.
Yeah, I think really like what it boiled down to was that Dizaster. He probably didn't expect Cassidy to come out firing. Like he kind of came out firing. He didn't really expect that. Cassidy ain't battled in I don't know how many years, like 12 years, I think. So he probably didn't think. He basically didn't come prepared, I think, because I think he freestyled more than just the third round. I think he freestyled a lot because you listen to some of the bars, just rebuttals to what Cass was saying. I think that just kind of threw him off guard. But I got a question for you. Like, do you think that like artists that were mainstream, do you think them battling, like you think that's good for the culture?
No, I don't think that's good for the culture because you have guys that's been out here for the last 6-7 years grinding. Like, I don't know if you really follow battle rap, but you got dudes that have been battling for free. They used to battle on the park, on street corners, and barber shops, and these dudes were the dudes that really kept it going. And then Cassidy just walks in and gets this big payday, and it's like, where have you been? Like, you claim you got 5,000 battles. How come ain't none of them on YouTube but one? Like, only one person had a camera out of 5,000? Only Freeway had a camera? Like, I want to see some people. If you're gonna come back to battle rap, you gotta have a resume that we can click and look at. That we can actually. I know fans want to pay the money and come see big name artists up close, but at the same time, it's not going to equate for a good battle that big name artist is trash, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, like as far as like Cassidy's battles. I mean, like a lot of people, like that was a battle with Jay-Z versus DMX. Like, they didn't have that on tape. Like, Dame Dash, he just got Jay-Z's footage because they wouldn't let him tape DMX because it wasn't copywritten. So, I mean, like Cassidy, I think he came out like early, like 2004, I think. So people wasn't recording stuff as much. I don't know if he did 5,000 battles, but like Swiss Beats, he said he used to take him around and just battle people like all the time. So he probably did get a lot of battles in. Like the people like Meek Mill and like Reed Dowers and those other Philly dudes, like a lot of their battles is on camera because they're younger though. But then they like their mid-20s, so a lot of those battles were put on camera. And Cassidy, he's older. So yeah, but I think it really helps the culture. And it's, I mean, like I respect the people that that's been doing it. But the only thing is like when the Joe Button gets into it or Cassidy, I think that like it's going to bring like more attention to it. Like, cause there's some people that don't really care nothing about battle rap, but they're gonna watch it just to see what happens. So now Hollow the Don, that builds his fan base because people that didn't know nothing about him, they know who he is now because he battled Joe, and people who never knew who Dizaster was, they know who he is now because he battled Cassidy. So ultimately, it's going to help them in the long run, and plus it's going to help them also get a bigger payday. Like, if Cassidy getting $250,000 for one battle, like the people that's good, you know, they're gonna want more money than what they were getting. They may not be able to get that amount, but they're gonna be like, hey, you gave this guy who doesn't battle with no proven resume, you gave him that much. You know, I need X amount of dollars. I think ultimately it'll help out.